Welcome to our channel. Today we're exploring a powerful and transformative concept, the impact of anger and hatred on our lives, and how we can shift our perspective to lead a more peaceful and harmonious life. According to Buddhist teachings, our emotions, especially negative ones like anger, are not just fleeting reactions. They are rooted in deeper forces that shape our lives, our relationships, and even our future experiences. So if you've ever struggled with feelings of anger or frustration, this video is for you. Let's dive into how we can overcome these destructive emotions and find peace. First, let's understand the power of anger and hatred. According to Buddhist teachings, anger and hatred are not just momentary reactions. They are powerful roots of negative emotions. When we feel mistreated or wronged by others, we often react with anger or resentment. But Buddhism offers a different perspective. Everything we encounter in life, whether joy or suffering, is a result of our own past actions, also known as karma. This means that when we face challenges, it's not a punishment or an accident. Rather, it's the consequence of our past actions. This shift in perspective helps us stop seeing ourselves as victims and instead recognize that we are experiencing the outcomes of our own choices. Our own samskaras are ingrained habits and impressions from past experiences. When we look at our relationships, our jobs, and even our family dynamics, we can see that they match our own past actions. If you've faced difficult situations, it's not because you are being mistreated, but because they are the results of your past deeds. This understanding encourages acceptance and reflection, helping us stop blaming others for our circumstances. But what about hatred? Why is it so destructive? Buddha taught that hatred is inherently evil. Not only does it cause harm to others, but it also brings suffering to ourselves. Hatred is like poison. It eats away at our peace and clouds our mind. When we let hatred take root, it affects our actions and leads to negative consequences. The Buddha encourages us to see emotions like anger and hatred as harmful forces, almost like a killer or a devil. By recognizing them as such, we can consciously avoid acting on them. This awareness prevents negative emotions from leading to harmful actions or creating long-lasting consequences. Now let's think about the impact of these emotions on future lives. In Buddhist thought, the emotions we hold, especially at the time of death, shape our future existence. If we die with unresolved anger or hatred, it can influence our rebirth. For instance, someone who harbors anger may be reborn in a lower realm, perhaps even as an animal, like a snake, a creature symbolizing hatred. This is why it's so important to let go of anger. If we allow it to accumulate, it not only impacts our current life but carries over into future lives. The Buddha warns us not to cling to anger, but to let it go as soon as it arises. Holding on to anger creates suffering and negativity that affects us on a deeper level. So what can we do? The Buddha gives us a practical approach to overcoming anger. Stop it where it begins. If you see something that angers you, or if you hear something unpleasant, recognize the emotion in that moment. Rather than reacting impulsively, practice mindfulness and self-control. Take a deep breath, smile, and remember that anger doesn't belong to you. It's just an emotion passing through. By doing this, we reduce the emotional charge of anger and stop it from taking over our minds. The more we practice this, the more we strengthen our ability to let go of anger and embrace peace instead. Another powerful antidote to anger is compassion. When we act with kindness, whether through helping others, offering a smile, or showing empathy, we create positive karma. This good karma leads to favorable circumstances, improved relationships, and a more peaceful life. Compassion is the antidote to hatred. To better understand the destructiveness of hatred, think of it as a snake. Just as a snake carries poison, so too does hatred carry poison in our hearts. This poison affects not just us, but everyone around us. Like a snake, hatred can manifest in harmful actions and bring suffering. But just as a snake sheds its skin, we can shed the poison of hatred by releasing it. The Buddha teaches us to recognize hatred and anger for what they truly are, poisonous forces that harm us and others. By seeing them in this light, we can take steps to transform these emotions and let them go, replacing them with peace, kindness, and understanding. In the end, our emotions are not just fleeting reactions. They shape our present and future lives. By practicing mindfulness, self-reflection, and compassion, we can transform anger and hatred into peace and understanding. Remember, the power to change our emotions lies within us. With each step toward mindfulness, we can reduce suffering and bring more peace into our world. And remember, let go of the poison of anger and choose the path of peace. Until next time, may you live in harmony and compassion. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe.